Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architectural Perspectives. When we think of the temple, we think of something which are miraculous. We think of something which are superhuman. And we think of Chola temples, we think of gigantic size and start puzzling how they have constructed so big towers and how they have lifted the last portion of the temple, that is the Shikhara, which is almost 80 tons from the earth to 200 feet height to fit it perfectly. How they can construct a largest temple in the world around 900 years back. When we start appreciating all these things, it's but obvious that we should know more details. And another thing which they said is this is the temple which do not cast shadow. Now this was difficult for me to believe. I had gone there, I have seen it, and I was convinced that there is no shadow. I was convinced very easily. The shadows were for tree, shadows were for the compound, but no shadow for the temple. Shadows for me, shadows for my camera, but no shadows. I had documented it, and that will be produced in this documentary. Now let's know, Brihandeshwar temple is also called Raja Rajeshwaram. Raja is king. Rajeshwar is the king. Raja Rajeshwar means Lord of Rajeshwara. Means the Rajeshwara was king, his god is called as Lord of Rajeshwara, and that is the name given to it by its builder. He himself was a builder and known locally as Tanjavur Periya Kovil. What does it mean? A biggest temple of Tanjavur. It is a Shivite, it is a Hindu temple and was built, of course, by the Cholas in the style which is also called as the Chola style of temples, but this resembles more of a Dravidian style or the best of the Dravidian style, and it is situated on the banks of Kaveri river, that is in Tamil Nadu, India. It is one of the largest Hindu temple and it exhibits the Indian style, particularly Chola style, or sometimes people call them as a Tamil style. It is also called Dakshina Meru. Meru is a big mountain. So, mountain which is at Dakshin is called Dakshina Meru. So, that was a huge size of it. See how they have compared it with the largest mountain. It was built by Chola between 1003 to 1010. Within 7 years. But this period, according to certain literature, inscriptions may differ, doesn't matter. But it is less than 10 years or around 10 years. Now, this is a part of UNESCO World Heritage known as Great Living Chola Temples along the Chola era Gangaikonda. It is interesting, the name itself is interesting. Now, Gangaikonda Cholapuram temple and Airavateshwar are additional two temples which are in a radius of around 70 kilometers, that is 40 miles, and you must visit them together to know the similarities and differences and gigantism. We have different videos covering all these temples extensively in very detailed ways. Links are given below. The monument of 11th century temple were built around a moat. It included a gopuram, main temple, massive tower and inscriptions. There are many sculptures, many inscriptions and many frescoes which gives you an idea when the temple was built and who were the people responsible for it. It is predominantly related to Shaivism because Cholas were devotees of Lord Shiva, but they have included Vaishnavism and Shaktism. Same thing we can see in Dharapuram also, and same thing we can see in Gangaikonda Cholapuram also. The temple was damaged, artwork was damaged, some artwork is missing, but however still whatever is left behind, whatever we see today, the ASI department has taken extreme care to show you what was its glory, and you can make out looking at it that they are of the really great quality. Lot of additions are made around 16th century by using granite, and it has now difference. Brihandeshwar doesn't have it, but it has circumambulatory corridor or pradakshina patha, and it is one of the largest Shivalinga which is situated here. If you go here, you will be surprised that how such a big Shivalinga has gone into the Garbhagriha, because the gate of the Garbhagriha is small. You are not allowed to go inside, but what you can get from outside this is something fantastic. It is also famed for qualities such as sculptures, and also the location, the commissioning of brass Nataraja, that is a dancing Shiva in 11th century. The complex also includes shrines of Nandi, is a huge Nandi, then Parvati Mata, Murugan of Subramaniam or Ganesha, and Sabhapati. The spectrum of Dravidian temple style continued to develop from 5th to 9th century. Over the Chalukyan area, rules evident, the rules witnessed Aihoi, Badami, Patatkal, and then with Pallava era they witnessed Mahabalipuram and other monuments. Now we have made videos on each and every temple we are saying here. They are extensive, they are really good, and I must say you should make use of the link and see them. In between 850 to 1250, all these temples were built, and Cholas emerged around 1000. So 100, maybe 50 years before and 150 later, they dominated the dynasties and constructed these huge temples. Early Chola period saw a greater emphasis on securing their geographical boundaries and less emphasis on the architecture. However, in the 10th century, with the Chola Empire emerged extensively, they conquered not only surrounding dynasties but overseas. They went and they kept on getting victory, and they were projected as one of the strongest dynasty in the world. Now this site was also appreciated. Findings were appreciated by many of the Western scholars who visited in this area. This temple, I told you, is in between 1003 to 110, some people say 1013. The main temple along with Gopuram is from the early 11th century. The temple has saw additional revolutions, repairs over next 1000 years, and wars, raids between Muslim sultans and Madurai. All that thing has contributed to some damages, but in spite of that, the hugeness, how grand it is, you can easily appreciate it. Now these were repaired subsequently by Hindu dynasties, but somehow you can still feel that they should have been in a better ways. But today also you can imagine how much excellent they were. Now significant shrines of Murugan, then Amman and Nandi are also there, and they are from 16th century, or they are done time to time. Earlier they were there, then they were replaced subsequently. So that is the whole history of how the temple has evolved. Now the architecture, what we like most, The Peru Vadiyar temple's plan and development utilize the axial symmetrical geometry rules. This classified as Perun Koil, that is also called as Mandak Koil, a big temple built on the higher platform and with the help of a natural and man-made mounds. The temple complex is a rectangular and is almost 2 stack squares covering 240 or 250 meters approximately, which makes 800 feet. That is east to west 400 feet and north to south almost of same length. The sanctum with the towering superstructure, that is Vimana, the Nandi Hall, Nandi Mandapam in front, it's very huge, and between these the community hall, you can call them as Mukha Mandapas. The hall, Mahamandapam, and the pavilion connects the sanctum and the hall. So this is how the architectural designing of the temple is. You can well appreciate it. Inside there is a dark and photography is not allowed. However, still we have tried our level best to catch the movements. The temple complex integrates a large pavilion and covered veranda, that is the Parikrama Marga, in a spacious courtyard with a perimeter of 450 meters, so half a kilometer for circumambulatory path. It's really tough when it is bright sunlight, hot days, you will have to make it. And you have to walk here with barefoot. Outside the pillared veranda are 2 walls of enclosure, the outer one being defensive and added in 1777 by the French colonies who has also ruled this area. You can see some gun holes indicating this was used as a arsenal. They made its outer wall and made it a stronger one so that they can protect themselves as well as their animations. On the east end is the original main Gopuram gateway, that is a barrel-shaped vault and is less than half the size of the main temple's Vimana. We are going to show you when we will see the photographs. Additional structures were added to the original temple after 11th century, such as Mandapa, then its nearer corners, additional Gopuram and perimeters to allow people to enter and leave the multiple locations of the shrines and structures. They were added by Pandyas, Nayakas and Vijayanagara to some extent, and lastly by the Marathas. Before the colonial era started, and these builders respected the original plan and symmetrical rules, and their designing, their repairs were accordingly. Inside the original temple courtyard, along with the main sanctum and the Nandi Mandapam, are 2 additional shrines. They are of Kartikeya and Ma Parvati. They are separately covered by us. They are not part of this lecture. The Peruvadiya temple continued the Hindu tradition of the south, adopting architectural and decorative elements, but the scale significantly exceeded the temples constructed before the 11th century. The Chola era architecture and artistic involvement was so fantastic, so good, that their gigantism could not be matched with a one sentence that the highest stone was over 20 feet height tower Vimana. So that technique nobody could match, either Cholas or after Cholas, even till today. The temple faces east, and once a water moat around there was a water reservoir around it. This was filled up by subsequent days. Two walls have ornated gateways called Gopuram that were seen, peculiarity of Vijayanagaras who started, and some or the other time or some or the other period this was also ruled by Vijayanagaras, and they kept their footsteps that Gopuram is there. Now the word Karalankateshkan was the name of the king Rajendra who built it about 100 meters ahead in the inner courtyard Gopuram that was called as Raja Rajan Tiruvansal. This is more decorated than the earlier temple, and that was because of the time gap. The inner eastern Gopuram lead to the vast courtyard in which the sanctum are all signed to east and west and north and cardinal directions. The main temple related to the monuments and a great tower in the middle of the courtyard around the main temple is the dedicated portion to Lord Shiva, and there are similar shrines, most of which are aligned axially. These are dedicated to his consort Parvati and son Murugan. Murugan is elder brother of Lord Ganapati, and also there is a Ganapati Mandir. We have got videos of them separately. Then there is also in Nandi Mandapam, and there are also some small shrines which we have covered separately. The Nandi Mandapam has a monolith seated bull facing the sanctum. It's not only large but it is wonderful. We are going to describe it, what are the beauties of it. In between them are stairs leading to columnated porch and community gateway hall, then an inner mandapam connecting the Pradakshina Patha or circumambulatory path. The Nandi facing the Mukha Mandapam weighs around 25 tons, so it another huge structure, is a monolith. It is made up of a single stone and is about 2 meters in height, 6 feet. We have got videos, you will get idea when you see it. That is on elevated platform, and it is not easy to fit all this Nandi in a single frame of the camera. So you will have to go for a videos, and we have got it on both ways. By either ways we have done it. The sanctum is the center of the western square. It is surrounded by massive walls and are divided into levels of sharply cut sculptures and pillars, providing deep bays and recesses. Each side of the sanctuary hall has a bay with a iconography. There are images. The interior of the sanctum sanctorum hosts an image of the primary deity Shiva in the form of a huge Shivalinga. It is called as the Karuverai in a Tamil, that which means a womb chamber, sanctum sanctorum or a Garbhagriha. The space is called Garbhagriha, as I told you, or sanctum sanctorum, and this is the only place which cannot be entered by anybody except priest. He goes inside, he offers your rituals on your name, but you are not allowed. In the sanctum, there is a miniature Vimana. It has inner wall together with outer wall, creating a path around the sanctum for a circumambulatory Pradakshina path. The entrance is highly decorated. The inside chamber is a sanctum sanctorum which houses a Brihandeshwar. This is a type of linga. The main Vimana is a massive 16-story tower and are 13 tapering squares. It dominates the main quadrangle. It sits above 99 feet sided square. The tower is elaborated, articulated with pilasters, pillars and attached columns which are placed rhythmically, symmetrically, covering entire surface of Vimana to add into its beauty. Now the temple is dedicated to Shiva, that's what we are seeing. It has got huge Shivalinga, which is around 29 feet, one of the largest monolith in India. We have also got videos on two giant Shivalingas. One thing is Badaolinga of the Vijayanagara, and the second is Bholeshwar, that is Bhojapur, Madhya Pradesh. So one from Karnataka, one for Tamil Nadu, and one from Madhya Pradesh. Three Shivalingas, we have got extensive videos covering extensive details of them. The Shikhara, that is a cupolic dome, which is 25 tons. Now imagine how they have taken it. It is octagonal and rests on a single block of granite, which is weighing 80 tons. So first is 80-ton granite block, on that 25-ton another. The Shaivism temple celebrates all major Hindu traditions by including the primary deities of the Vaishnavism also. So both Shaivism and Vaishnavism you will find at same place, as well as Shaktism. So all people can worship here. The distribution of the deities is generally symmetrical except the east entrance, which provides for the entrance door, gateway and main sanctum is devoted to Shiva. In addition, the main deities such as Shiva, they are provided with Dwarapalas or guardians. There are good photographs. I am sure you will like them, or you will enjoy these carvings and sculptures even of the Dwarapalas. Now let us come to the walls of the temple. East wall is a main because it faces the sunlight. That is Lingodbhava, with standing Shiva. When Shiva is standing, that is called as Lingodbhava. Then there is also Pashupata Murti and two Dwarapalas flanking the pathway from Ardhamandapas. The south wall is a Bhikshanta, that is the Shiva who is shown for this particular occasion. Then Veerabhadra, then Dakshinamukhi, that is Dakshinamurti, then Kalantaka, then Nataraja, plus two Dwarapalas, all will be there on the south wall. Then what will be there for the west wall? That is Harihara, that is half Shiva and half Vishnu. Then Lingodbhava, the one who has come from the Linga, that is Lingodbhava. Then Chandrasekhara without Prabhavalli. Then Chandrasekhara with Prabhavalli plus two Dwarpalikas. They will be displayed on the west wall, north wall. Ardhanarishwara, then Gangadhara, that is without Parvati, then Pashupatinatha, Shiva, and also Dwarapalas you will find over here. So that includes our four walls detailing. Then one of the 81 dance position carved on the outer wall of the upper storied corridor. Now we are going to upper storied corridor on the second floor of Shiva's Tripurantaka from different postures is depicted corresponding to these sculptures. Above this floor, the Sri Vimana tower you will find, which is a 13 talas is the floors or tiers. Above these stories is the single square block of the granite which weighs 18 ton and another which weighs around 25 ton. The top of the block, at its corner, are the Nandi pairs. Each is about 6 feet and 1.68 meters, that is 6 feet by 6 feet in dimension. Nandi. Above the center of granite block rises the Griva, the Shikhara, and the final Stupi is the topmost portion of the Tamil Hindu temple architecture. The Stupi is 13 feet in height and was originally carved with gold, which is no longer. Now it is only stone. The Shikhara at the top is a cupola shaped and it weighs around 25 tons. Each story of the tower is decorated with kutas and salas. It's a very extensive description of the temple. The striking square tower architecture of the temple offers, or it differs from the other Chola temples, or it differs from Gangaikonda Cholapuram because this is a straight in contrast in the latter, which is curvilinear. So slight changes are made from this temple till Gangaikonda, which is next to it. The temple's Sri Vimana, that is magnitude, has made it a towering landmark for the city. You can see it from anywhere. The upper story corridor was in Aditala, is carved with 81 of the 108 dance Gharanas, that is the postures of Natya Sutra. The text is the basis of Bharatanatyam, that is the Natya developed by Bharata Muni, but the Tamil is derived from these 81 positions of Bharatanatyam. They are beautiful and they are basic for the dancing style. Then come to the mandapas. The two mandapas, namely Mahamandapa and the Mukhamandapas, are the square planned structures actually aligned between the sanctum and the Nandi Mandapa. The Mahamandapa has 6 pillars on each side. This too has artwork. The Vitanka and Rajaraja I, they have got their remnants here. They have got their inscriptions, their descriptions, and at some places they had described how they were. The Mahamandapa is flanked by 2 giant stone Dwarapalas. It is linked to the Mukhamandapa by a stair. The entrance of the Mukhamandapa has also Dwarapalas. With Mandapa are the 8 small shrines for Dikpalas or guardian deities on either side, such as Agni, Indra, Varuna, Kubera, and others. These were also installed by the Chola kings. There are inscriptions also. All these inscriptions, they help us to know all these historical aspects which we have seen just now. The original 8 shrines here were Surya, then Saptamatrikas, Ganesha, Murugan, then Jayestha, Chandra, that is moon god, then Chandeshwara and Bhairava. These were the earlier shrine original. Similarly, in Western Sela was a massive granite Ganesha built during the Raja I era, but that is now found in Tirichura, Malagni, that is the southern veranda. There you will find this. On the Shaktism additional, in Shaktism tradition, 7 mothers, that is Saptamatrikas, then Varahi Vahinis are also there in a broken stage. This reminds of the small Varahi shrine in the southern side of the courtyard. The original vision of the other among is this temple are missing, and they are now replaced with the modern one or the latter one. The murals of Raja 1 and his guru, then Nayaka era, they had ceiling murals, and Nandi shrine was built by the Nayakas later on. The temple has an underneath layer of the Chola frescoes on the sanctum wall along with circumambulatory part. The painter has used a natural pigment and infused it into a wet limestone layer, and this was a technique earlier used which was preserving this for years together. The Chola frescoes were largely of Shaivism theme, but they are well restored, and these are also subsequently restored or subsequently modified by UNESCO and our ASI department as per the specifications of earlier days, and they look just like an original one. The latter construction additional modifications to the temple curtailed the amount of natural light inside the temple. The frescoes were thus photographed in a limited way and interpreted. According to the Sri Raman, a complete image of the better photographic equipment suggests that these historical interpretations were incorrect, but that we should not get into a controversy. For example, fresco that was previously interpreted as the Dakshinamukhi Shiva is actually a secular scene of the royal guru meditating under a banyan tree. For us, excellent marvels, excellent designs, excellent sculptures. On the tree they are shown peacock, bird, monkeys, squirrels and owls plus a cobra. The animals and birds are shown as worried because of cobra. Now these are the things in the paint, and they are very faintly, not very well seen, but if one can appreciate this, it's well and good. But you have to spend a lot of time observing them. Some of the paintings in the sanctum sanctorum and the walls of the passage has been damaged because of the sooth, that is the rituals offered in the pujas, and remaining are still in good space. The Archaeological Survey of India for the first time in the world has used a unique de-stucco process to restore 16 Nayaka paintings which were absolutely stunning, and they are really difficult to believe that 1000 years old back they had such technology. These 400 years of paintings have been mounted on the fiberglass boards displayed at the separate pavilion. So if you got a time, just have a look at it. Now let's go to the temple. This is the entrance. First you have to cross this. Once you cross this, actually these were the barriers earlier time, and each and every barrier was completed by a wall. We are seeing here Nandi Mandapam. Look at this, is the Nandi Mandapam you are seeing, and also an entrance. Now this is the main temple. It is, the photograph is taken from Nandi Mandapam. It is at a very long distance. Now at one side you will find this entrance, other side you will find a temple. Both photographs are taken from the Nandi Mandapam. This is, right now we are seeing some part of Nandi Mandapam and some part of temple. Because of height, I could get better photographs of the temple. You can appreciate well how beautifully it is. And surrounding you will find many buildings, and I told you there are multiple shrines surround, and we have a separate video for the surrounding shrines, so we will not be covering in this video as far as surrounding shrines are concerned. Nandi Mandapam, yes, you can see right now also, and the paintings which we had described just now, you will recollect it when we will be seeing this huge Nandi. And I told you it is not, this is a huge Nandi Mandapam. It is not possible to take full Nandi in one frame of photograph. because it is at elevated platform. You have to go up and take the photographs, and from there again you will have to come down and walk down to the main temple. Left side is a Parvati shrine. Then there is also a Murugan temple. Now look at this gigantic Nandi, and more important that are the paintings of the ceiling. You should not miss. So both things you should appreciate. Nandi also, Nandi Mandapam also, and beautiful paintings of Chalukyan era, Chalukyan designs. Look how beautiful they are. Even for Nandi Mandapam, they have taken so much trouble. So you can imagine what trouble they must have taken for the main temple. Wonderful, beautiful, gigantic. Just can't have word to describe it. Try to zoom bit our camera and taken the photographs. But there is limited space to obtain all these things. So you will have to adjust. Now here again you are going towards near the temple. Now here you can find out how much gigantic. Jagati itself was around 8 feet. It is on 8 feet raised platform, and here you can get the length. The highest point is 200 feet from ground. Then different type of mandapas. Mukha mandapas, Sabha mandapas. The staircase to go up. Huge premises. Some of them has got pavings, some of it is with the grass. But in summer with hot sun, you have to walk here with barefoot. How much beautiful it is. These are the Dwarapalas. I told you, gigantic statues of Dwarapalas on either side at two places. Both are gigantic. Lord Shiva and Ganapati. You will find different shrine of different gods, goddesses here. So also different temples are there. We have covered it in different video. A link will be provided. You can have a look at it. Some photographs are taken from the Nandi Mandapam. Rest all from the ground. Enjoy the videos also. They also gives equally good detail. But the best part of photograph, you can pause it, zoom it, and enjoy the additional beauties. Here now it is a lawn. Last time it was a paving. We have come to the back side. And if you face the temple, toward right side there is a lawn and different shrines are there. You will find shrines of Murugan. Different video describes them.
single stone, but the sound is very different.
आराम से करो, एक एक फिर दिखाओ। हाँ, वन मिनट आई टू फर्स्ट फोकस कैमरा। हाँ, नहीं वन मिनट। हाँ, अभी ठहरो अभी। हाँ,
Okay, na?
हाँ, वन मिनट मैं देखता हूँ। हाँ, ये मेरा हाथ है ना, ये शूट होना चाहिए, नहीं तो आवाज़ कहाँ से आता है पता नहीं मुझे।
हाँ. इधर.
And with that, we are coming to end of this lecture. As far as exterior parts of this temple is concerned, to have a detailed intrinsic part, there is a different video covering all these things. It was the big temple or Brihandeshwar temple of Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu, and we have seen it in detail, exterior portion of it with some historical aspect. To get more details of the inside temple, though they are prohibited, and to get more details of the surrounding temples, particularly that of Parvati temple and Murugan temple, please go for the below link and click it. With that, we are coming to end of this lecture. Dr. Anil Joshi logging off till we meet next time. Goodbye, good luck and take care.